Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. We have just finished feeding our last pen, Molly and Phil, and we have an exciting day today. Most of the times we get to show you guys the hows, how we feed, move animals, water, keep them healthy. Today, we're gonna go and we're gonna show you why we spend all the time taking care of these animals. Morning, Phil. All right, guys, welcome back. Obviously, we headed to the butcher there and we were able to get our pigs back. The two pigs we took last week, our meat was done, and that is the why. Obviously, we love to show you the hows, the how to build, how to move, how to raise, but the why we're doing all that is for the meat, feed our families and feed other families near us. So I want to show you some of the things we got back. It's a new processor. It's called P3 Custom Meats, and they did a fantastic job. They were super helpful. When you first start out, you really don't know what kind of cuts you want and why do this or why do that, and they were super helpful with us. We will definitely be repeat customers there. So let's check out the goods. Let's check out the why. We've got our little pound packs. We've got mild sausage, and it looks fantastic. Here we've got hot sausage. This is what I'm really excited about. We've got maple breakfast sausage. Some things we want to do next time differently. This is, well, these are pork ribs. We got a lot of pork loin. We want to get some more bone in. This is pork tenderloin. We want to get some more bone in chops next time. We didn't get a whole lot of those. We've got all our roasts, shoulder roasts, 2 to 3 pound shoulder roast down here, looking fantastic. And this is the first time, these are extras, maple sausage. We did get some sausage links that I'm quite excited about trying out. In the wall of bacon, this is the first time since we've got our pigs back that we've actually got our bacon cured. So we are super excited to try that out and see how that is gonna turn out. But the wall of bacon is up here. I'm gonna get that closed because we've had it open for a while, but that is a beautiful thing. We did have to get it USDA processed in order to sell at our markets. So it was about an hour drive for us to get there. But like I said, super helpful. We definitely will be heading back. We're gonna take some of that out tomorrow and try that. I did have a lot of requests to get recipes. You can raise your animals right, do everything the correct way, and then you take it and you cook it and you ruin it. Ask me how I know. I have ruined a lot of meat since we started, whether it's chicken, whether it's pork. And the best thing for me is getting a temp checker and temp checking that meat, and that has worked out great for us. So we do plan on showing you guys some of our favorite recipes. I've talked about it in past videos, just haven't had the option, haven't done that yet, but that is going to be our goal here shortly, to get some easy, nothing too super hard, simple, easy recipes that we love to use and make for quick dinners and where you're not ruining your meat. So anyway, here is our pigs. We are excited to have that pork back. Here's some of the younger pigs. We do have some heading into our meat herd. We're gonna go check out our meat herd today since we are talking about meat. And I also want to show you some of the pigs that are soon going to be heading to the farrowing barn because we have more piglets on the way. So let's check out our meat herd first, then we'll go check and see who's pregnant and possibly who's not pregnant. All right, well, you guys saw us move the meat herd the other day over here onto some grass, and they have been doing fantastic. And I know that's sometimes a hard thing for some people to understand. How can you eat those animals? But that is the purpose. That is why we are raising them. And we want the healthiest meat possible for our family. And we believe we're achieving that. And you know, almost as exciting as having it for yourself is being able to share it with others. So we are glad to be able to do that. We talked about why Kune Kune pigs, and this might be the only reason why not Kune Kune pigs. If you're looking for a quick turnaround, obviously, if you follow this, the Kune Kune pig, their only downfall, if you consider it a downfall, is the quick turnaround. About 18 months is what we like to process our pigs at. So that's a lot longer than your standard meat pig, but they're definitely a lot cuter than those other breeds. But anyway, some of these are just over a year, and they are looking very nice. So maybe in the fall, early spring, we'll be taking some of this meat herd to the processor again and replenishing the meat we have. So they are doing very well. They do well during the winter. They do well in the forest. They do well on the pasture, and just happy how these are growing out. They've got nice hams on them, and definitely will have some good meat coming up here in the future. Since we're over here, we've got one of our breeding pens over here. Let's check and see who is bred and who possibly not bred. And that's one of the reasons some people ask us why we have so many pigs. There's multiple reasons. The easiest answer is they're super easy to raise. So having 2 pigs or 20 pigs, besides the feed bill, it's not that much harder. They don't test our fences. Maybe we'll have to do an update video of why you should raise Kune Kune pigs. But here is one of our breeders. This is Gordon and Josie. And if she is bred, she's very early on in her breeding, and she's starting to show a little bit on her side, but not a whole lot. Watch your nose there, girl. She almost got popped by that fence. She's in here with Gordon. So we are thinking she has been bred, and last time she had 10 piglets. So it'll be exciting to see what she has this time. And obviously we don't care as much about how many as whether they're healthy or not. So some of them we aren't able to tell. Josie's, we're not sure if she's bred. We've seen her get bred. We're just not sure if they're taken. Look at these big old flies. I'm gonna take my hat off and get this fly that's biting her. So sometimes this time of year in the woods, you gotta watch out for those big old flies biting them. But Josie, we think, is bred. We'll know more as we continue to track along. Every 21 days they can come back into heat, and we have not noticed that yet, so we are gonna assume that she is bred. So let's go check out the next pen. Okay, we showed these guys this morning. I'm sure they'll come running out here once they hear me talking, or they could prove me wrong. There they come. Here's Phil and Molly. So we're a little worried, not worried or possibly disappointed, but Molly is not looking too big. So she's been looking like she's in heat. Sometimes their back end will be swollen, but she is not letting Phil mount her. So that is a good thing, because if she's not in heat, she's not gonna let the boar mount. So fingers are crossed that she is bred. If she's not, it's not a big deal. You know, it's not the end of Molly or the end of the farm, but we would definitely like to see some piglets from these two. And since it is her first, geez, Phil, you just ready to go down. She does have a little swollenness on this side, not swollen, but she's starting to get a little bigger on the side. And sometimes with the first litter, you want to lay down too? Sometimes with their first litter, it is definitely a lot harder to tell. And this is her first. Let's see when she goes down here. You gonna roll over so I can see that belly? You gonna roll over so I can see that belly? Come on. Hey, that's a good sign. Sometimes when they're pregnant, they don't like to. There we go. There is no, this is where you normally see a milk line. You can kind of see a line, but nothing is filling up on either side. but it's a possibility. She's still got some time before her actual due date would be. You guys are just chilled out. I didn't even have to pet you today, and you just assumed that I'd come here and pet your belly if you rolled over. But you can see why we'd be excited for pigs from this litter. They are just super chill, not a care in the world. But we are at a possibility for these guys. Like I said, first litters not showing as much. Sometimes first litters will show you pigs in the back. It's their first litter and they are very big, and you can tell, but they're also farther along, so that makes it easier. So let's go back here and check, see who else we've got. 1, 2, 3 more groups to check on. Let's go see. Okay, back here with Tuck itching on the barn. We've got Tuck and Penny. Penny is starting to swell up underneath as well. Let's try and get a side view of her. She's had 2 litters before already, maybe 3. So sometimes that's a hard thing to tell as well. The mamas that have had piglets, they're obviously not as firm, but she's starting to swell up just a little bit. Tuck is always, whenever we come out here, he's foaming and doing his thing. He's a little more, one that you need to watch. He's a lot more protective of the females than some. So we're always aware where Tuck's at. But there's Penny. Not 100% sure, but like I said, when you're not sure, you just have to keep checking. 21 days, check and see. Is she coming into heat? We normally do that every day we come out and feed because I don't know when the 21 days is. So we just check every day. And some females are hard to tell if they're in heat. Some, it's not even a question. You know they are in heat. So she is one that hasn't come back into heat. It's not dinner time yet. We'll be back for dinner. But Tuck and Penny is another possible litter. As we walk across the field here, I lied, we have 4 pens. Heading over here to Henry. No, it's not. It's Ryder. I was gonna say he's my favorite boar. I can't even remember his name. But we have a bunch of boars that I do like a lot. So this is little floppy-eared Ryder. And he is in with Willow. Hey Ryder, how you doing, bud? How you doing? How you doing? And this is a no doubter for us. She is, you can kind of see her sides pumping out there to the side. I need a side view of you, Willow. Willow is our hose drinker. And you can see she's about dragging. Well, she is dragging. Willow is getting close. I think I mentioned it last video that we're getting ready to put a couple over into the barn. And so it won't be long. Willow will be the first one. And then, I'm sorry. Can't just have one pet when we come over here. Look at those ears. I'm sorry. All right, there we are. So now we've got 2 left, 2 pens left. There's Willow. Let's head all the way back because it is Willow's daughter back here who will be her first litter. She's in the back with Shiloh. Let's go check them out. All right, at the back. I know you guys can see this. I know it's cloudy, but it's the first time we've had some sun. We have a chance of thunderstorms all day long, but the rain has broke for a little bit. And here's Willow's daughter, Willa Bean. And you can see she's kind of a heavier pig as it is, so she was kind of hard to tell, but I'm assuming as she is pregnant. You can see I put some sunscreen on her. That is one thing with these light pigs. Shiloh here, not so much. How are you doing, bud? How you doing? Shiloh's getting ready. We talked about it in a few videos ago. He is Ryder's brother, the boar we were just at, and he is going to be going to a new farm in New Hampshire. So towards the end of this week, that transporter is on their way, and Shiloh will be heading to a new farm. Always sad to see him go, but when we have 2 brothers, when we start breeding, we've got a lot of closely related pigs. So Shiloh is Ryder's brother, who was just up there. Willow is the daughter of, Willa Bean is the daughter of Willow. But I was saying, with the high white pigs, I went and slapped some mud on her back. She was starting to get a little red on her back, so now she's got some sunscreen. She's most likely got some piglets in that big old belly. She was a hard one for us to tell too, because she is just a heavier set pig compared to the other ones we have. But with that big old lump under there and her sagging down, it's getting more than normal. So we're thinking Shiloh's gonna be the dad of these piglets. Look at those teeth, bud. Shiloh is the dad, and she will be moving up to the barn soon. Shiloh, we want to see her. Yeah, we want to see you too, but we want to see that belly. So we got some later summer litters coming. There's Willoughbean. I love these floppy forward ears as well. I bet that back's feeling better, isn't it? Isn't it? So got her covered up from the sun. All right, let's head over here to our last one. She's the first due. The last shall be first and the first shall be last. So let's go up here and check out Betty White. All right, we showed Betty a few times now. So I know you guys know which one she is. Oh, she's over here taking a dip in the water. You don't have to get up, Betty. This is Dandelion. Have not seen her bred yet, which is good and bad. It means she could be pregnant, or she might just not be taken. Henry is the dad of these piglets, well, soon to be piglets, and here is Betty White, who was taking a dip in the pool. But she is due the first week of August, so sooner rather than later, we will be moving her up to the barn. So, hey Betty, really excited. I've talked about it a lot. She was born on our farm with Chloe and Ryder. Ryder was the dad over there, the ginger boar. Oh, now we're soaked. But she is bred to Henry, who's thrown a lot of nice piglets. Hi, Henry. You're not missing out on anything. We're just showing everybody what's going on. He was over there by the fence where the kitty corner are all the sows and gilts, future breeders. Well, there is Betty White, and you can just see, and I know sometimes it depends on the angle I get you, trying to get you a good angle. See that swollen side? Definitely bred. So probably next video, maybe the one after that, and we've got to get her to the barn. We may not even wait for a video. We might just get her moved. A lot easier to have her up there and ready than wait till the last minute. So yes, you're the dad again. We know. We know. Betty's getting uncomfortable. So those are all the piglets coming. And the reason we have so many, we're getting pigs ready for market. We want to have a constant supply of pork for us and our customers. So that is the why. And this video also had the who is bred and what's coming. So anyway, we appreciate you guys following along. Excited to have pork. Unfortunately, we are not shipping anything. It's all locally sold. With the shipping, the packaging, the dry ice, it just makes that cost really go up. So we're trying to stay local. We'd love to be able to ship, but that is where we are at on our farm journey. We're not that far along yet. So anyway, those are the pigs ready. All that pork coming to the market this weekend. That is exciting. So I know customers are excited. We're excited to be able to offer it. I'm also excited to try it. So anyway, guys, thank you for following along. Don't forget to make the change. We will see you guys on the next video.